Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Uranium. In this, we are in part 10, and in this part, I've decided that the best bet is to just take on Davern now. So yeah, I thought this would just be the better option. I've been speeding up a lot of fights, so I decided that since I don't want to speed up the gym fights, let's go to Davern's gym. Now we're here. Howdy, sport. If you're here to face the gym leader, you better be prepared. Davern in here uses a variety of Pokemon which are found in caves. Be ready to face rock, ground, and poison types. If you got a water or fighting type, it's sure to come in handy for this battle. And we get a freshwater. So yeah, we're not dealing with one type, but multiples. Cave Pokemon. And this gym's puzzle is not a puzzle, it's just very different. I strengthen myself by crushing boulders with my fists. We have another black belt, Jang. Or Zhang. You know, whatever you want to pronounce it, and another taunt me. Oh, tired of them. Stop sending me taunt me's to fight. We'll be done with them eventually. We only have one more cave to go through for a while. Well, actually more than one more cave. But there'll at least be some variety. Just gonna burn this thing. Burn, Tommy. Just burn. And leave us alone. Okay, now leave us alone. Please don't poison me. Please don't poison me. There we go. Because I really am getting sick and tired of getting poisoned. And another one! Oh boy, my favorite. I also love that even though I'm 4 levels higher than me, they outspeed me. It's fun having poison Pokemon that outspeed you. I don't remember Zubat poisoning me nearly this much in the regular games. Well, we beat Jang. We got smashed. Next trainer is this one over here. In a cave, wild Pokemon can jump out from anywhere. Look out. Hiker Todd with a Grozard. Luckily, we are perfectly prepared to deal with Grozards here because we have Giga Drain and we resist Bulldoze. Good thing he goes first. I can actually make good use of the draining property of this move, so it doesn't feel like a waste of PP. Although it will be because he's just gonna outspeed me, and I'm not gonna drain as much. So I'm just gonna hit him with a Struggle Bug. And there goes Grozard. There's only, I think, one more fight in here besides the gym leader. And another Grozard. That's perfect for an NIL. I'm gonna use Giga Drain again. I'm so thankful we have this move now. It feels so good to have a, well, not a great move, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst at all. This would be good if I actually chose Orkinks. I'd have a stab grass move. That hits really hard at this point in the game. Very solid. And we beat Hiker Todd. We're not done here yet. We have one more gym. We have one more battle to go before I do the gym's puzzle. And we have this random construction worker. I've been digging tunnels for years. What have you accomplished? I got my first badge. And I'm gonna beat you, worker Martin. Oh no! It's bar rule. Whatever will I do? I'll have to use just this Giga Drain. Oh, for freak's sake. Well, Naniel's damage output is as great as ever. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm just gonna use Indelecia then for this. Since I know I have a ×4 super effective move. But you might have saw those breakable rocks, by the way. Those are our gym's puzzle. It's not really a puzzle, it's more of a just break all the rocks until you find an item. And you need Rock Smash for it. Yep, you need an HM for the second gym. That's not stupid at all. Wait, why'd I do Rage? I'm an idiot. Why'd I do Rage? I thought it. Why did I think that was going to kill? That's what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Because steel does not resist dark in this gen. Well, doesn't resist dark anymore. It's using the newer generations. So now we're just going to use a rock smash. Let me get an attack up. Will that kill it? Nope. You tried. But luckily it's dead now. So we're going to need Rock Smash for the puzzle here. I don't like that I need Rock Smash for the puzzle here. But we need it. I see a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't go into the light! Digging a tunnel takes careful planning, or else you risk a cave-in. If you want to solve the puzzle in this gym, it's not a puzzle. You'll have to do some excavation, too. It's not a puzzle. You may have beat me, but Davern's on a whole other level. His Pokemon are no joke. Not really, but believe what you want. I'll be right back once I heal up. Okay, we're back now. I gotta stop saying okay like that all the time. We're back now. So now it's time to handle the puzzle of the gym. Well, the quote-unquote puzzle. It's not a puzzle. So our task is to use Rock Smash to break rocks until we find one item. The bright gem. What a puzzle! That's why I call it a task. Just keep doing this, break every rock until you find it. It's annoying. It's also dumb that we need an HM for this. It's even dumber when you realize an NPC later makes this entire thing completely moot. So I'm just going to keep breaking rocks until I find it. Oh, I found it already. Cool. So we get the bright gem. The bright gem allows us to challenge Davern. Yeah, second gym already. And here's our gym leader. Hey, trainer. I'm sure you know this by now, but I'm Davern, gym leader of Burole Town. I raise Pokemon that are found in caves. Most people find caves scary, but ever since I was a kid, they always felt like home. That's why I dug out this abandoned mine and converted it into a gym. My Pokemon are toughened through hard work and battle. Can you stand up to our strength? Show me that you're not afraid. We have no other intro to this guy other than he likes caves. So, Gym Leader 2 against Gym Leader Battle 2 against Davern. So again, all his Pokemon are stuff found in caves, so yeah, it's again Pokemon we just fought before. For 2 gyms already. He has I think he has a couple of new Pokemon. I know he has 1 new Pokemon on his team. But for now, let's just deal with all the rest that we fought. He's probably going to use a potion, so I'm just going to kill him with a Giga Drain. Yep, I was right. I hope this kills it. Yeah, there we go, Nanael. Putting in some work now. Now Nanael hits 16. Not bad. Modrill. Okay, wrong. He has 2. I was right. There was another new Pokemon. Modrill. This is a pure ground type, and it will eventually evolve into a ground dark Pokemon. Not much else to say about this. I'm actually going to keep Nanael in for this because, well, it's ground type, so it's weak to Giga Drain. Oh, it has a steel move! Oh, thankfully it's not stab. Excadrill it is not. Well, even Drillbur is not part steel until it evolves, so. Yeah, but though it's a mole that digs. I wonder what this is based around. Gee, a mole that digs. Can't be making fun of, Drillbur at all. Although, Drillbur's cuter than this thing. That thing just looks hideous. Oh, Nanael's putting in a lot more work. Deerroll. Okay, so he has 3. I forget Davern a lot. He's very easy to forget. Deerroll is the evolved form, of course, of Barrool. It's still Rock Steel, meaning Indelicio has some type advantage on it. Well, not really type advantage. He's got one move that can hit for ×4. Yeah, I wonder who's gonna win this fight. Probably not Indelicio. Because I'm also slow enough to get smacked with a headbutt. Oh no, our speed's tied. Great. So that means there's a chance he can smack me with a headbutt and I can flinch. Come on, Indelicio. Win the speed tie again. Beat him. There we go. Burole is down. And Indelicio levels up now. Now, time for Davern's ace, Tofurang. Tofurang is the evolved form of Tonmi, as I showed you in the extra part. Tofurang is a bit of a nuisance. This is only actually annoying Pokemon. Most of the aces tend to be in Uranium. You cannot get a Tofurang by now. But he has one. And this one has Intimidate. They all have Intimidate. And as you can probably hear, if you can, the music didn't change. I did remove that because I do not like it. So, here's a strategy. Sleep powder. And hopefully Nanael does not die. Good job. Now put it to sleep, Nanael. Oh, Nanael, you're in trouble. Perfect. Now he's asleep. So now we're going to start using Risty. Tofurang loses Levitate in exchange for Intimidate, meaning he's now weak to ground moves again. And that means I'm gonna use this chance to hit it with Mud Slap. Sadly, the RNG made this one a girl, so I can't use Attract to potentially make this a little bit more bearable. But we're gonna lower its accuracy just so it can't use Poison Fang on us. Poison Fang's the main reason why this thing is annoying. It's a stab poison move that it can, for this point in the game, hits pretty hard, and has a chance to inflict you with the badly poisoned status. Which is, well, the type of status happens when you get hit with Toxic, which basically, it deals damage each turn, but the damage increases each turn. Eventually, I think once it's turn 8, it'll basically kill anything. Even if you're at full health. That's how much extra damage it will do. But since Tofurang's still asleep, that sleep powder's putting in a lot of work, we can keep hitting it with Stab Mud Slaps, lowering its accuracy, so when it wakes up, it might miss us. And that's its other move, Lick. So it can either badly poison you, or hit you with Paralysis. Neither are good. But now let's try to cut its attack further with some Burn. Didn't get it, but it's dead next turn. So overall, this gym is done. With that, we beat Davern. Gym badge number 2. Done. That was a well-earned victory. They're more than deserving of the Bright Gem Badge. Yeah, I know, we named it the Bright Gem Badge. That's a mouthful. Well fought, kid. Consider me impressed. Now, if you can hand over that gem you found earlier. And ta-da, here's your badge. And now we got badge number 2, the Bright Gem Badge. I hope you'll look at that badge and remember all the hard work it took to earn it. Yeah, all the hard work. Like breaking through rocks and then putting your Tofurang to sleep. Hard work. Also, please accept this TM. But the one thing I remember Davern for is he gives us a great TM. Brick Break. Brick Break is a much better fighting move. It's 75 power and it can also break through Light Screen and Reflect. It's a good move overall, and not bad for coverage if your Pokemon can learn it. Risty can learn it. And I will be teaching that to Risty, just so it's a better option for certain Pokemon. That's it for today. We beat Davern. Since we beat Davern, now we can continue on with the game. And next part, things will start getting a little bit more interesting. The route won't be, but some stuff we'll be doing later will. Anyway, this has been Fleur Majestrix, and see you next time. I really need to stop saying see you next time at the end of parts. Well, at least the parts where I'm going to do these special end segments for. So, I'm going to do these end segments whenever I finish a gym, so I can give my thoughts on what we went through in a better way than what I could when I'm recording. sometimes I find it difficult to fully gather my thoughts when I'm doing the live recordings, so I could probably gather my thoughts a bit better here. So starting off with the journey to the gym, it was short. It felt very short. The second gym basically came out as fast as the first gym, which, while yes, the second gym's usually not too far off from the first in Pokemon games, it's not that close. You still have a dungeon or something to go through, or at least some sort of plot to go through beforehand. None of that was in Uranium, so the second gym just is so quick. Now, as for actual important things before on Route 3, the only really interesting thing on Route 3 again was the whole Giga Drain thing. Getting a powerful grass move. It's only stab for a few Pokemon that you can find, but getting a decent grass move like that early game is very good. If I had a better Pokemon to use it with other than non-AL, you could see it work a lot better. But I think I showed off what it can do decently well. Anyway. As for Burole Town, the town where the gym is located, yeah, not much to say there either. There's not even a weird little segment with a stalker like there was in Maria's, in Now City with Maria. It was just, hey, we all love Burole Town and every other town sucks by comparison. We don't learn why they think it's the best. They just think it's better. Sure, that's kind of based around real life where some people just say things are better without giving a reason, but that doesn't make good plot or just good story. It just makes for kind of bland and boring one. So I really don't have much else to say on Burole Town either. The only other thing of interest was the trainer school to get the nugget. And that again had another annoying reference back to other games. And I don't mind referential humor, but when it's overused, it gets annoying, and Uranium overuses it way too much. As for the train situation, we won't be able to really use that until later. So the NPC who said the train's ready is lying. It's not. It's not going to be ready until, if I'm correct, 4th gym. So that leaves next Davern's gym and Davern himself. Davern's gym is, well, like Maria's. It's short and very to the point. Again, the second gym kind of should be short and to the point, but it just was so boring. The trainers use Pokemon that you fought again throughout the game already. No new Pokemon that you could even found on the new routes yet. Just more Pokemon we ran into in the caves. The first trainers used just Pokemon you would run into in the caves. They all literally used 2 Pokemon. They used 2 Pokemon, and each of their Pokemon were one that you found. The first trainer used 2 Tonmies, then you had a trainer use 2 Grozards, and then you had a trainer use 2 Barules. Then you have the quote-unquote puzzle, which was more just breaking rocks till you find the Bright Gem. It's in a random location each time. So where I found it might not be where you find it. The need of using Rock Smash in the gym is also very annoying. I do not like that I need to use Rock Smash in a gym. I don't like having to use HMs in gyms, as I find that kind of gets rid of some form of strategy because you're enforcing a move you can't remove. That isn't always the best on a party member just to get through a gym. This isn't the last time in the game where you'll need to use an HM in a gym. And unfortunately, one of those times you really have to use the actual HM. There's an NPC who makes them moot, sort of, and I'll get more into that NPC when we run into him. So the gym isn't that interesting, so that leaves Davern himself. The man who kind of came out of nowhere. Well, not really nowhere, they talked about him, but again, he doesn't have a character. He's just there. Maria's quote-unquote character is that she was the champion and that she's lazy. They try to play it off that, oh, being a champion's hard work, but if you look at her house, the way they describe the stuff, books haphazardly laid about and rotten milk in her fridge, she's lazy. Her ace describes that, considering her ace is based off the Slackoth line. She's lazy. Davern's one trait is that he likes caves and they're his home because others are afraid. And he's like, I believe in hard work and caves represent hard work and they're his home. That's it. He likes caves. That's it. That's all his character is. So we have two gym leaders who really don't have character. So there's nothing really interesting to talk about them there as well, which leads to battle. And his battle is less interesting than Maria's. Maria's is memorable because you're almost always going to have to deal with her failing and her Phalange using Yawn. And then you're going to have to deal with swapping out to get rid of it. Davern doesn't have a strategy. Despite being the first gym leader to showcase Uranium's main gimmick, which isn't its main gimmick, as a lot of Pokemon fan games love doing this, where gyms don't use types but themes, Davern doesn't show anything for this theme, other than that his Pokemon are in caves. There's no strategy, really. The closest strategy you may get is when you fight Tofurang, which is have a Pokemon that may use to be a special attacker, so you don't have to worry about Intimidate, or do what I did with Nanael and use Sleep Powder, which ended up being more RNG because not only did it hit, which 75 accuracy isn't that inconsistent, but it can be, but it also lasted a much longer time. Usually my luck with sleep moves is that they last 2 turns. They can last anywhere from 2 to 5. Luckily, it lasted a longer time. So I was able to do a bit more with it. Otherwise, Tofurang is the only thing that can be annoying, but it's only because he can hit you with Battling Poison or he can hit you Paralysis. Neither are good to deal with, and considering it's a bulky Pokemon, that can make the fight take a little bit longer. If you have a Steel type like Burole, and you actually level it up, that fight is an utter joke. Because Burole completely mitigates the one annoying factor of it, and even if it gets paralyzed, Barule's so defensive that Tofurang's not going to do much damage to it. Plus, even Burole learns Mud Slap, so it can also lower its accuracy and play a grind game with it. So Davern's not even that interesting of a fight, not interesting of a character, and the town he's in is just boring, with no character in it. I showed you what everyone had to say, and it was just basic stuff. And again, I don't mind that it's basic stuff if that's just what I wanted to go for. But as you'll see later, Uranium tries to act, or at least pretend, like it's doing better. Pardon me. Uranium tries to portray itself as the better Pokemon experience. The Pokemon experience the competitive fan wants. The Pokemon experience that a true Pokemon fan wants when they want it to grow up with them. And it doesn't feel like that. Save for the use of minor swear words like damn, and the use of that stalker gimmick for the first gym, not much really changes. Not much is going to change with that until later on, which is the other problem. But you see more of that later on. But at least there'll be more stuff to talk about. So that's really it for now. This has been Fleur Majestrix, and have a good day.